I was watching Monday Night Football to see if there was any chance that the Giants could come back in that game. But as somebody marked down, Daniel Jones is not the kind of guy that's going to beat Tampa Bay. Okay, fine. God, it's just, Anyway, hey, fam, let's get right into this. Niners looking like a well-oiled machine offensively. I'm telling you, the Niners versus Jags game could be enough proof to believe that the Niners offense, which has seemingly been 5 years in trying to fully develop, Kyle Shanahan's been hammering and knocking and taking on a piece here and patching it back up here and doing it here. And, this guy came into San Francisco because of his offensive prowess, right? But the defense has been the one that's been doing all the work. The defense has been stellar. Now the defense is sort of a slight decline. Oh, no, it's not a slight decline. It's a huge decline. So the 49ers are still winning. But by the way, though, the defense is – we talk about the defense – but they're not giving up a lot of points. It may be time to stop talking about the defense. The thing is about the 49ers offense, so as I say, after 5 years of trying to fully develop, maybe fully are ready to claim an identity, and that's what it's always about in football. It's always been about the run game with the 49ers, but now the concept has more depth than it has the past few years. And with Shanahan, it was always going to be that. Shanahan's never going to do anything. Him and his dad. They're all about the run, and everything sprouts out from that. That's just the way they do it, And everything you see beyond that run game is going to be pretty much the product of what they were able to produce running the ball. So now it can be said that Shanahan's vision may be a bit more clear to comprehend. So tonight, let's go to the phones to gain your perspective on what the Niners appear to be excelling at offensively. And can they succeed in this effort with what's left of the 2021 season? There was something Bobo said here, if I could get that back up here, please. What Bobo said that made me realize that's exactly right. Bobo says we got Deebo Samuel, who adds to that run game tremendously. We've got Elijah Mitchell. We've got Jeffrey Wilson Jr. These guys, and when you look at what Deebo sets up for that run game, it just goes to the next level. I knew he was a good runner, but I didn't know he could run behind the tackles like that, and also from the backfield. And by looking at the tweets from Lombardi himself, I asked Shanahan about replacing Tom Compton with Jalen Moore on Sunday, and he said that the Niners planned on making that switch. Going into the game, he said the Niners wanted to play with both O-linemen, right? He said, we're trying to play both of them until we see a bigger difference. Then that's why I tweeted today, you know what? It's time to give Mike McGlinchey the love he deserves. Because you know what? Now we're trying to pick between Compton and Jalen Moore, who doesn't even play the right side, who's trying to acclimate himself to it as fast as possible, doing the best he can. It's not a knock against Moore. Compton, of course, has been around for a long time. So what you're seeing from him is probably the best you're going to get. That's just the way it is with him. So Jalen Moore hopefully can win that battle out. Also, did you know Josh Norman leads the league this year with 5 forced fumbles? Did Josh Norman play somewhere else this year before he came to San Francisco? I thought he was sitting out. Do we even have 5 forced fumbles this year? I saw that and I said, really? I don't remember 5 forced fumbles this year. You saw the one this past weekend. Did he do it against the Rams? And he hasn't even played that many games. There's something wrong with that. I'm gonna go back. Don't take that seriously. I got to go back and look at that again. And by the way, Arden Key may be emerging as a decent complimentary piece on that opposite edge from Nicky B, as we've been noticing. He's the only guy getting anything. He's already doubled his output for sacks that he had in years with the Raiders. I think he's got 3 this year. Yeah, that's amazing, isn't it? Chris Kasorik, the guy's the dude. Let's get right in the words of the late, great Dennis Green, who once famously said, "They are who we thought they were." Now, that context wasn't identical, but the same can now be said about a Niners offense that has scored 30 or more in back-to-back weeks after a turbulent start to the season. I know. We played a Rams team that was a little suspect and quite frankly, maybe a little disjointed due to the fact that they're making switches in their offense to begin with. But that gives their defense no excuse for just being so porous as they were. So that 49ers have to be given credit for having worked them to death, just like they did with the Jaguars, who were supposedly good at stopping the run. So the potential has been there all year, but as a unit, the offense is finally starting to fire on all cylinders, avoiding those ridiculous penalties and turnovers that have plagued them for the majority of this season so far. Actually, say half the season now, because they've been doing better with the penalties the last almost 4 weeks. So the Niners followed up their impressive opening drive against the Rams, 18 plays, 93 yards, with another extremely methodical scoring drive. I mean, it was meticulous. It was ridiculous. They got helped out by a few penalties, though. You got to give it to the Jags. They did stop the Niners, but they were stupid about it. In that first possession, though, in Jacksonville, 49ers were ruling. The 20-play, 87 drive took 13 minutes and 5 seconds off the game clock, the longest drive based on time by any team in the NFL. And, fam, this goes all the way back to the top of the century. 2001? That's 20 years. God. The Niners' commitment to the run game has been a much-needed spark that has propelled this offense to back-to-back domination. They have run the ball over 86 times over the last 2 games at a clip of 4.7 yards per carry, demoralizing opposing defenses with a heavy dose of their rushing attack. And, the Rams and the Bucs, they were supposed to be a little better than that defensively. The 49ers went out there and said, man, we don't care nothing about your reputation, your stats. PFF, be damned, we're going to run the ball. And they did. The 40-plus rushing attempts in each of the last 2 games have also led the Niners to absolutely slaughter opponents in the time of possession battle as well, holding the ball for nearly double the amount of time that the Rams and Jaguars did. The numbers look like this: 77 minutes, 25 seconds to 42 minutes and 75 seconds. That means we didn't even let you play. Do that. You do that every week and you're guaranteed to win. That's all there is to it. There is no chance for the opposing team. Over the last 2 contests, the Niners have been extremely balanced, posting, strangely enough, similar yardage totals on the ground and in the air over that span. So that's the formula, fam. Against the Rams, 179 passing yards, 156 rushing yards. Can it get any more balance than that? Against the Jags, 162 passing yards, 171 rushing yards. And Elijah wasn't even home for that. This is what, when you watch, that's what Debo was about. Debo only needs a few more yards before he gets 1,000 yards on his receiving gear, right? Shanahan's still going around saying, if I knew that, I'd have put him back there. Shut up, Kyle. This is the kind of football this offense was constructed to play, and after finally steering clear of the boneheaded, self-inflicted mistakes, they were holding classes on. I mean, the 49ers could really shoot themselves in the foot each and every week. But they did how to do that up until recently, though. Now it's another story. They are appearing to function like the well-oiled machine they've always had the potential to be, given the talent on the roster. It's always been there, because they just finally put it together. In addition to the strides they have made in the ground game, the execution on third down has taken a significant step forward as well. And they're already good at that anyway, as the Niners have gone 14 and 26 on the money down during their 2-game win streak. And that clip is a 53.8%. That is huge improvement for a team that has spent the majority of the season ranked in the bottom third of third down conversion rate. That's why I always get hot. 49ers, how do you guys do that? You're the best team in the league when it comes to red zone, but you can't, all of a sudden, because Kendrick Bourne left, we can't do third downs anymore? Come on. So for reference, the Kansas City Chiefs entered Week 11 ranked number 1 in the league with 53.3%, so the 49ers are right on that ass. Hey, for sure, the run game and third down efficiency have been the driving force behind the offensive explosion, but the receiving group, they got to get a round of applause. They get a lot of credit as well after spending the majority of the year riding a historic start from Debo. The passing game has been a bit more balanced with its target share over the last couple of weeks, for sure, including a breakout performance from Brandon Ayuk. Fam, he's here. The dude has arrived. Ayuk led the 49ers offense with 7 targets against the Jags and finished with a team-leading 7 catches for 85 yards and a TD. Among those 7 receptions were a couple of crucial third-down conversions, one that moved the sticks on 3rd and 12 on the Niners' opening drive. Oh, Brandon, that's the way. Hey, Kendrick, we need you for this, but we got somebody down, and maybe, and another That resulted in Niners' second down touchdown of the game on 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. And it would appear that Mrs. Garoppolo's baby boy and Ayuk are starting to click and build upon the chemistry that didn't appear to be there amidst Ayuk's rather odd lack of usage in the early portion of the season when rumors were flying everywhere that there was some rift between him and Kyle Shanahan. It's a myth! Ayuk was just getting up to speed. He's fine. Ayuk has always had that physical ability to be a game-changing talent at the receiver position anyway. We saw that last year in his rookie campaign, and it should come as no surprise really to see him as a focal point of the offense again as the team gears up for the backstretch of the season with its eyes on a playoff berth, which is not far-fetched as it might have seemed 3 weeks ago, right? Another name you cannot leave out, of course, is a perennial one. Mr. 85, the man who defines the term tight end day each and every year. G.K. George Kittle's production in the red zone in recent weeks, which has been synonymous with the Niners' offensive resurgence. Entering the season, Kittle had never recorded a touchdown in consecutive weeks. After the Jags game, that saw Kittle on the receiving end of a pass on 4th and goal. G.K. has now scored a TD in 3 consecutive games. T-Flow, I wish you would call me tonight. I have some news for you about GK and how much money he's getting paid and why are we paying that much, and he never gets touchdowns. Oh! Uh-oh! Kittle's recent emergence as a red zone weapon is an added bonus to a unit that is already comfortably leading the league in red zone conversion. Percentages at 77.7. The bottom line, this 49ers offense is humming at just the right time as they now find themselves back at 500 finally, with a chance to firmly place themselves in the driver's seat for one of the NFC playoff spots that are up for grabs when they take on the Vikings this weekend. And you know they can come in licking their chops saying, you know what, we've been waiting to be put in this position all year long. This game matters. Let's go, Vikings. Boom. Fist bump. May the best team win. And we already know who that is. Hey, I tell you what, fam. Let's talk about tonight. This offense looking like it's worth the damn. Are you taking it seriously? Do you believe? Can they get enough work done to turn what was looking like a failed 2021 season and stumble their way into the playoffs, or could they come running in, kicking the door down? Nick, find Kirk Cousins this weekend, and I believe we got to think, because what the Vikings did yesterday against the Pack had no run game to speak of. Guess who does? All right, let's get the phone right now and see what Drake, San Francisco's Drake, the original San Francisco. See, it's hard to be saying that you were born in San Francisco, grew up and lived there. Drake, get in here. Get your authentic self.
What's going on? The one and only is back in the building. Didn't I call that game, Ronbo? You remember I called that for it?
You called it perfect. I'm telling you,
Go back
man.
and rewind it.
You know, I don't need nothing to take your word. That's all I need, because you know what? You was right. There was 3 or 4, you and Shabazz and a couple others, because I was a little nervous when I heard somebody said, yeah, they could stop the run. What? But that's what we do.
No.
They go stop us? No.
No. No. Look, the Rams thought that too. They even had the record to even go with the hype, but they couldn't. So, and these clowns didn't even have a record to go with their hype. So, don't look like they could have stopped nothing out there.
Mm-hmm.
But I called in to say we did a hell of a job. I'm proud of them. And even though they played against a trash team, I'm still proud that we won. A win is a win, regardless who is against, because they come and play every week. Nobody ever play to lose.
Remember, they beat Buffalo too, so they're not a joke. They just have problems, but they will beat your ass if you don't come in there. If you come in there with anything weak. Yep.
Exactly. So I'm just focused on getting to 9 wins. Once we get to 9 wins,
then you take them serious.
We are in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
We are in the playoffs with 9 to 10 wins. With 10 wins, we in, from what I hear. So
really?
I'm like, okay, cool. Yeah.
That gives us a cushion.
We in regardless with 10 wins. 9 wins, we're in, but 10 wins, we're in. But if 10 wins, we have a better seeding, put it to you that way.
Yeah, Jay, just upon that for a moment. look who we play. The Vikings may be the most difficult team we're going to play next. From there on, every team is susceptible. The Titans have. I don't know what happened to them yesterday. You're right. Maybe the Titans are not as bad as they were yesterday. Because look at us. We're not as bad as we were when we played the Cards either. So the NFL is just like that. You're right.
Yeah, you know, it's every other Sunday. I just hope they don't go in this Sunday feeling, you know, ahead of themselves, smelling their own piss, and as my daddy said.
They know the Vikings are tough. Same record too. Oh, they're taking the Vikings very seriously.
Yeah, I hope and pray they are. They would like so. I'm just proud, man. I'm gonna just let this one be a happy day, and I'm. Oh yeah, I heard that Bosa and Debo, the MVP. Is that true?
So far. Hey, think about that for a minute, Dre. Who around the league is more important to the team than Nick Bosa and Debo? I'm trying to think of who is that. Because Nick and Debo, my God, if we don't have Debo, we got trouble.
True. But check this out. What I wanted to ask you is, because I know when is their contract coming up?
Oh, way too soon. You got to sign Debo next year. Bosa the year after. And if you're smart, you try to sign it before he hits the top value and on the doorstep, and everybody said, Nick, whoa, Nick, before you sign over there, whatever they're offering you, we're going to pass that by a lot. So, you know.
Jed ain't that bright. Yeah. He only did that with Kyle, and that was the dumbest mistake ever. You know, I just hope we can resign these players. And I heard that. I was watching one of the little shows earlier. I forgot which one it was, but he had said Kyle might bring Jimmy back next year.
Yeah, I've heard that. I think they were talking because right now emotions are riding high. 49ers are cruising along. The problem is if they do get to the playoffs and make a lot of noise, then that conversation might get revisited, but I don't see it now. It's not economically. It's not going to work. You can't keep Garoppolo unless you re-sign him, and that's going to cost a lot of money, and they can't afford it.
True. So we go. So what is this season then? If we don't make it to the Super Bowl, what is this? Just Jimmy high value pick season? Because I know Trey didn't get no start time.
I don't know how they're going to handle the situation with getting Trey snaps, because as the plan was, if this team can get to the Super Bowl, then they're going, and they're going to stick with the guys that've been there, right? But if not, then what? Now, what do you guys do? The option is scary. You
exactly.
I don't know.
Everybody leaving.
Yeah.
Only 30 players coming back. And Trey ain't got no experience. He's still set in stone, and we know from this year.
It was a dilemma.
He's gonna learn from the sideline. Because not to cut you off, Ronbo, but this last game, what pissed me off about that was it was a blowout game.
And he still won't put him in. I know.
And he
pissed everybody off.
And he still wouldn't put him in there. That pissed me excuse my French for everybody that's under the age of 18, but that pissed me the hell off. I want to whip his ass. I want to call him and say, listen here, you arrogant bastard. Put him in a damn game.
Man, we got it. We run out of time. This could probably be a subject. This is going to be a hardcore subject probably shortly. We run out of time, though. It's late. Let me see you probably end of the week. Thanksgiving's coming up on Thursday, I just realized. All right, fam. Good stuff, Dre. Happy holidays already, time.
Nice talking to you. Happy holidays to y'all, too. Everybody stay safe.
Thanks, fam.
All right, no drinking and driving, y'all.
Yeah, no, don't do that. Yeah. All right, fam. Have a great night. And you know, that's really a dilemma. The 49ers need to win now, but Trey needs some time. T-Flow!
I was about to. What up? Yo, what up, Ronbo?
T-Flow, come on in, man. I was just mentioning you a little while ago, as you noticed. I said, man, T-Flow.
I heard it. Yeah.
I didn't know GK had scored that many TDs already. The boy has been out a little while, and he's getting it done.
No, he is. No, because that's what I wanted. Because if you're going to get a big contract, put some production to help the 49ers. I know blocking helps though, but everybody blocks on the line. Everybody
Not like
has
he
to
does,
do, even
though.
wide receivers block. Yeah, but it's their term of a tight end. You're supposed to block. But if you want to get paid top dollar,
You need to
gotta
do
put
other
points
things.
on the board. I'm sorry. It's
True.
like saying Megatron, he wants or like Julio Jones, they want all the top receiver money, but they're not scoring touchdowns. They're just blocking and they're just getting yards.
You,
Like,
you,
you got to put points on the board because
T-
because
Tifo,
yeah,
look, if you had a choice between Travis Kelce and George Kittle, which one would you take?
it depends on what system I'm running. If it's a passing system,
Good escape answer.
yeah, because we all know every player runs on systems, every coaching staff, right? If you have a passing system, you're gonna want Kyle Pitts and you're gonna want Travis Kelce. If you're gonna be a run heavy, you're gonna want George Kittle because he can also block and also he can be, all right, is he blocking or is he running out? But the thing is, this year Kittle's been mostly blocking. And I'm like, dude, we need weapons. It can't just be Debo because Ayuk was getting no love in the beginning of the year. And where's Kittle? Kittle needs to be proven that, hey, you're worth the highest paid tight end in history to help the team win games. We know the first 3 years.
I just want to underline that part and say the reason why we run so well has a lot to do with Kittle. Let's tell you what, Tiflo, if you put George Kittle on the Kansas City Chiefs team, any team, you put him on the Atlanta Falcons team, if you make him pretty much just a pass catcher, I guarantee you he keeps up with them guys.
No, he will. Because they're going to see, man, Kittle can outdo these linebackers and safeties. You know what? Scoring touchdowns and getting more yards, and this is a passing offense where basically you can't really touch the wide receivers. You can't really hit the tight ends or up the middles no more. You can't blindside them. Why not lean to advantage? Hey, I'm going to just throw it deep, throw it on you. Because Kittle has that speed. He has everything. And if he goes to Kansas City, he'll probably even dominate right now if he was in Kansas City because why? It's a passing league. And also,
not only that,
the one thing
that's what their offense is all about. See, Kansas City's not running the ball.
Exactly.
They just want to get it out there.
Exactly. Yeah, they're not running. But Kittle has to do both. But the thing is, we're not really running as good as we were now in the first 8 weeks. We weren't really running the ball that good because we had no identity. We didn't know what we were. For some reason, I have no clue. We did not know what we were.
You mostly got hurt, though. We were trying to find the running back that we could get it done. And it took a minute to find him, though. That's the thing there.
Yeah, and if you look at it, like last week, like once Elijah Mitchell went down, like it's the same
we
thing.
struggled
Like,
a
we
little
did not
bit
know who our running. Yeah, we struggled a lot because how is a wide receiver, Deebo Samuel, going to be the top rusher of the team where basically we got a guy we have all year, Trey Sermon, who barely had touches, but every time he has touches, he does good. His yards per carry is pretty good.
He does pretty good. But Debo comes out there and he don't even run. He's not even a running back by definition. Well, he is, but his card says I'm a wide receiver. He makes Sermon look like a junior high running back. So you got to put your best players out there that can help you dominate. We can't wait for Sermon to catch up. So that's why,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it's about catch up because I'm pretty sure he knows the plays too, but I don't know.
No, when I say catch up, I mean do what Debo does, do what Mitchell can do what Wilson Jr. can do.
Yeah, but he's not as fast. He's more of I'm going to pound the rock, wear out the linebackers and the line. That's what he's more. He's almost like a Jeffrey Wilson. He's not there to break down a 40-yard run. He's there to pay. He's going to break a 20-yard run. He's not there to take it to the house.
Between the other guys,
he's not the home run hitter.
D-Flow, between the guys I just mentioned under Razorbacks, which one is the best? Put them in ranking order which one is the best to the worst?
Well, the best one as of right now, because we've seen it's Elijah Mitchell because he's getting all the bulk of the action.
Next,
and from there is nobody because Shanahan, for some reason, is not trusting none of these running backs like he did in previous years.
I don't know
what it is.
Debo Samuel's actually the second best running back we got. He is. There's no doubt about it. And then everybody else falls in order after that.
Yeah. This is what scares me is that I don't want Debo getting hurt this year.
I know.
Because
Well, I'm
Harvard's
just saying.
running backs,
I'm just saying. Just identifying talent.
I know. I agree. Debo is one of the great running backs, Swiss Army knives. But the thing is, he's been getting hurt. His shin, his calf. But then again, you're gonna put him run between the tackles.
We're going to run out of time. But listen, that's not the point. The question is
Oh, yeah.
you got to put your best army out there on the field. And if Sermon
yeah.
was the best, he'd be out there. Shanahan's not holding him back for any other reason. He's got to go out there and beat somebody out. If I'm doing better work than you, I get the job. That's just the way it is. You know, hey, this is gonna be we got rid of that quick. I mean, Tifo, we see you middle of the week.
Yeah, but that's the main thing is that I do not want Debo getting hurt.
Nobody does.
We still got a lot of games left, and I want to preserve him. Don't run it up the middle. Keep on doing the ends because he's going to the big uglies up in the linemen.
I agree.
He's not going to get hurt.
It's kind of hard, you know.
we
don't know that, man. He's been getting hurt.
Anybody can get hurt. It's the NFL. All right, T-Flow. I'm going to see you later, fam. We'll go.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Yeah, let me get Papa Dragon as the clock ticks down to tick, tick. Papa Dragon! Ow!
What's going on, Ronbo? Let's talk some football.
Oh, let's please, Pop. Get right on in there, man. You know the subject matter, man. I'm looking at that offense, and I'm saying we finally got an offense after 5 years that's somewhat balanced. We can hit you from both edges. Both shotgun barrels are firing. Oh, Pop! What you got to say on that?
I think that hopefully Kyle's slump is over.
That's the right word for it,
they
too.
They could have been doing this at the beginning of the year. You're talking about running the ball 30 times in the National Football League. But
especially this year, in the last couple of years with this passing league it is. Yes, that's crazy.
Exactly. So, I mean, I think that's number one. I think number two, the emergence of Debo as a playmaker in the offense.
Wow.
I think that's been huge. Basically, what Kyle Shanahan had, it took him a while to figure out is that they had to figure out how to deal with a 5-man line, which was busting up their double teams, which was really stymieing the run game. And what they decided to do, which was actually brilliant in the Rams game, and they continued it, was by putting their number one receiver in the backfield, forces your number one cornerback to play inside.
Oh.
And now he's doing something. Yeah, now he's doing something he doesn't want to do.
And you've taken the defender out of position to make a play. Yeah. Ooh. I didn't even look at it. Yeah.
And then guess who their best receiver at one-on-one is when he's on top of his game? The best receiver who plays one-on-one is Ayuk.
Huh?
So when he's playing on top of his game, he's very difficult to cover. So what Kyle Shanahan has done, he's kind of schemed a way for teams to now pick their poison. And that's only made possible by, number one, just, kind of swallowing a little bit of humble pie in the emergence of Debo. Really. I mean, it doesn't even matter who. I even think the offensive line, I know some people I think you might have made a comment about McGlinchey earlier. Their offensive line is playing better without McGlinchey.
If anybody was gonna dispute me on that, I knew it'd be you. Because I said, the only problem is I just don't like Compton over there, and I don't think Jalen is ready. Jalen's a left side guy, and now he's having to change his footwork and patterns.
Say what you want. The difference is that Brunskill has raised the level of his game, and the current right tackles playing are not giving up sacks as quick as McGlinchey, who is susceptible to double moves and quick inside moves. McGlinchey is the better player and athlete. He's the better football card. But the reality is that there is a book on how to beat him, and he can get beat consistently.
Yeah.
So, but more important than that, but more important than that, though, honestly, is the fact that Jimmy Garoppolo averages 1 turnover per start. And by minimizing the amount of times he has to throw the ball is also a good thing because that's less chances of him making a turnover. So there's like a lot of little things that Shanahan actually said. There's a lot of little things. But the biggest adjustment is just Shanahan standing in front of the team and say, hey, we're going to run the ball 40 times.
And there's nothing
that makes you tight. Yeah, it makes you tighten up your chin strap in the locker rooms. Okay, we going to work today. And I think that's the good thing because you want Compton hitting people you don't want Compton getting hit. So I think those have probably been the best things. Now, the thing that really bakes my noodle is is Trey Lance could have been running this offense this way and getting experience. So if there's any downside to anything, is that now I know that it's more than just a skill thing, and I know it's more than an anti-Jimmy thing or a pro-Jimmy thing. I know Jimmy G has a locker room, and he has it comfortably. If there was a vote for president of the locker room, I guarantee you Jimmy G would win probably 80-20.
George Kittle, I don't know. George Kittle would be a tough candidate to beat.
No, I'm just saying he would be, but I'm saying Jimmy G has that locker room. So, I don't see anything different moving forward. I think it's just such a great benefit to be able to run the ball that many times because it does take a lot of pressure off Garoppolo, takes a lot of pressure off the defense. I think that on defense, I think defense what's been really good is that if you go look at the tape, and I've said this, I've been banging this drum for a long time that they should keep Armstead on the inside.
Oh,
and
please.
I love the fact that they put him next to Bosa most of the time, and both of them draw double teams. So while Bosa's getting double teamed by a tight end and a left tackle, the guard and the center are taking Armstead. That means that Armin Key is one-on-one. That means that the other defensive tackle is one-on-one.
He's gaining on it. Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you're starting to see a little bit of the same formula that worked for them in 2019. I hate saying 2019, but I'm starting to see some of those things happen. And I think Armstead's a Pro Bowl defensive tackle, and I think that he's a good defensive end, but I think he needs to be inside. So if they can keep him inside,
Doc,
exactly. That's my 2 cents.
With your brilliance, we got to go. But here, I'll be back for more in a couple of days. All right, fam.
All right, brother.
Thanks, Papa Dragon.
All right.
And Pop reminded me, if you've ever seen the movie Billy Jack was in a fight with a dude, and he told the dude just before he was going to kick him, Billy Jack martial arts was incredible. Billy Jack would say, "I'm going to kick you right there, and there's nothing you can do about it." And the dude said, "Yeah." And before the dude got through talking, Jack had him, the dude smacked. I said, that's what the 49ers doing now. We told you in advance, we want to run the ball 40 times. Yeah? And bring your 40 times ass on over here. And the 49ers do, and they did twice. Good God, I'm impressed with that. Rakim Jamani. I know this team has finally come to life. What's interesting is we play well on the road and we can run the ball on anybody. And call me crazy, but is the O-line doing better without McGlinchey? That's what Papa Dragon just said. I'm still Tom Compton. As soon as I named Flash across the screen, I was like, oh. I don't know. He still frightens me. I have faith in Jalen Moore. I think that somebody should explain that Jalen Moore only screwed up yesterday. He did allow one sack. It was because he was trying to help Brunskill. Oh, let me holler him on in here. Niners for the ride.
I'm not putting you through it fast because you're still learning, right? I'm giving you a leeway, but
yeah.
My boy.
Rod, you're still learning, ain't you? I love it. Your lady's telling you she's trying to help you out, Rod.
Hey, man.
I was enjoying that.
Boy, she gonna always run that mouth, boy. I'm telling you that. What it do, Ronbo?
Yeah. You want me to bring you in again? Or did you hear that first intro?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I want you to do it for him like you did for me on Twitter, for them Cowboy fans.
Yes, it did.
That's
how you fill that blanket.
For me.
Rob came in on Twitter and says,
How about them?
How about them? And fill it in. Niners!
How about them?
Jimmy Johnson, take that. We're going to take that phrase away from you.
Take it away from him, baby.
Oh, right.
What's going on?
Rob, man, look at this offense.
Now the Empire.
Oh, Kyle Shanahan's been trying to tune up and build pulling all these used car parts out the junkyard and trying to make an offense work, right? So I'm saying, this year he's finally we don't do like the Rams. We homegrown stuff, and homegrown takes a while to grow up and become whatever, right? So here we are, homegrown. Debo, Ayuk, they've grown up, Rod. George Kittle's been out there waiting on them the whole time. This offensive aerial attack has finally come around to actually accent, and now you can balance attack. Look at the numbers the 49ers are doing now. They keep the team, they're playing, sitting their butt down. They were so worn out, they had to wake them up. They had to wake the Jaguars up. You guys up? What? You guys get out there. You may got the ball. Oh, all right. I'm ready. Come on, let's go. 12, 13-minute drives?
Now, Ronbo, now you already know. I told you a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Said, Ronbo, this Kyle Shanahan guy, he is the genius that we think he is. The problem that I have and the thing that scares me is I see a little bit of this guy we used to have at Alabama by the name of Lane Kiffin in him.
Uh-oh.
Meaning what? Sometimes he started to believe in his own hype a little too much that he get too cute with the play calling. Remember I told you that?
Yeah, I do. You know what?
Now,
Other people have said that about Lane. They got egos, Rod. I believe it. They act like I'm as humble as I was the day I started this job. I'm meeting challenges every day. There's things I need to learn. Shut up, man. You know what you do? The things you do. You thought you knew what you was doing, and Rod, you and I, everybody knows that. So yeah, I agree.
yeah, but I mean, to be honest with you, and this is one of the main reasons why the Rod get pissed off a whole lot with Kyle, because it's like this man cracked the code a couple of years ago, that Super Bowl year when we played against the Green Bay Packers. See, Jimmy Garoppolo, this is one of the reasons why the 49er fan base wasn't as quick to say, let's write him off, because we thought Kyle Shanahan had control of it. Okay, look, sometimes you're going to have them games that Jimmy going to throw the ball. Just like that, let's take the game where he actually outdo Drew Brees in New Orleans. Okay?
Yeah.
That was an example. I mean, but play to your strength, man. Man, you don't have to. You can run the ball, man. Until they can stop it, why do you have to keep throwing the ball more? Work with what? If it ain't broke, stop trying to fix it, Kyle. That's all I'm saying. Nobody can stop that running game, especially when it's being executed to perfection. So,
like they did against the Packers in that playoff game.
Yeah.
And Haim just lost his mind that day. And I think Elijah Mitchell could be that kind of a guy too. So I agree. That's the high percentage play. Don't put it in the air unless you need to. And then, but he's trying to make a balanced attack. And that's happened the last 2 weeks. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to happen every week. And the Vikings defense, Rod, I think they may run that same scenario.
Well, I tell you what, man. I mean, it's like you said, man. I mean, we got George Kittle back now.
Yeah.
And like you were telling one of the other guys earlier, George Kittle more than just a receiver.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you got your weapons in play, you got to use them, man. We got Kyle Juszczyk. You got to use them, man. I mean,
him too.
That doesn't mean you got to line him up at tailback. But, I mean, let's use this guy's skill set. Because, I mean, to be honest, the fullback position as well is like one of those forgotten positions in the league. People don't utilize it. And that's why we loved Kyle in the beginning, because he was that guy that was using everything.
Unorthodox.
Then you see plays like Trey Lance on the goal line going for it. I mean, come on, man. I mean, let's go with our strengths. I mean, yeah, we might have a quarterback one day in the future who's big enough to get on the goal line and take that heat. But, I mean...
Rod, as long as Shanahan's out there...
If we come to that point, let's just stick with the running back that we got, man.
But as long as he's out there, Shanahan knows only one way to run an offense, and that is by running the ball. When he passes the ball, it is because it's kind of set up to do it, I think, more than anything else. But Rob, look at this. The clock ticked out again. All right, Rod, let me see you midweek. And if I don't, happy holidays if you get all tied up in that. And... shortly, I'll see you shortly, all right?
All right. That's what's up, Ronbo.
All right, I love it, too. Go ahead. right?
I say, how about them?
That's what I like about Rod. He always gives me a chance to do that.
Hey, man, it's been cool, man. We'll catch up with you next time, bro.
Looking forward, Rod. Great to hear from you again. All right. I don't get enough Rod. Rod's been busy lately and hadn't been joining us. Hey, Marion.
Yo, what up?
Man, I'm sitting here. I'm just still here enjoying this 2 weeks in a row win, you know. And I'm looking at the 49ers now, and I'm thinking offensively, Kyle has got his cards right where he wants them now, right? Because now that run game, when Kyle comes in, I'm running the ball 40 times. I can't do a damn thing about it. And I'll be go to hell. He's telling the truth. So now, that's why when people say just run the ball, he is. To run the ball 30 and 40 times is way more than any other team. So when they do pass the ball, honestly, the defense has no idea, which is one of the reasons why when we do pass the ball, it's always looking like straight money. And I like the balance myself. But is that working for you? Because like as Rod says, he wants to see more running, less passing. Or do you think this offense can continue on the way it is and take us right on into 2017 playoffs? Oh, should I say 2021 playoffs? Should I say 22, I guess. Not 2021 playoffs. Hey, what do you think, Marion?
Anything that's going to keep the drive going and move the ball and score touchdown, I'm with it. I'm all for it. Because in the beginning of the season, the first 8 weeks, we wasn't moving the ball that well.
Yeah.
You know, we'd be on 3 and outs and stuff. But lately, the last couple of weeks, we've been moving the ball so much so I had to look Kyle Shanahan's eye and say, "Good game, Shanny." Couldn't even cuss his ass out yesterday just because you know we did well. But shout out to all the 49er fans who turned out, man. They turned that stadium out. In my 38 years here in Jacksonville, I have never seen an opposing team.
That's right, Marion.
Outside of Pittsburgh. Outside of Pittsburgh and the Dallas Cowboys, I've never seen the 49er fans turn that stadium out like they did yesterday.
But, man, they still say the Cowboys is America's team, and they're the ones who travel the best. And there's a couple other teams they keep ranking ahead of us. I said, man, come on, man. How many stadiums look like that?
Well,
I don't believe it.
Well, the last 2 times the 49ers came to Jacksonville, it wasn't like that. I mean,
quite like that.
I mean, yesterday it was. That whole 49er side was just filled with 49er fans. So that
Stan showed it too.
Something that, yeah.
Camera kept passing by. They must have had it on you a couple of times too.
Man, people from everywhere, man. They from Idaho, California, Connecticut. I mean, they were from everywhere. So shouts out to that, man. But
travel well.
You know me, Ronbo. I'm keep it real. We beat Minnesota, then we have arrived. Because
I agree.
Minnesota's tough. Minnesota's
Yeah,
tough. You know they 5-5, but they tough, dog. Minnesota don't really. I mean,
Jefferson and Thielen, boy, that's gonna be rough.
Man, see the thing about it with Minnesota, dog. When they get beat by a field goal,
Barely,
or one for a game. So we have to come in there. We have to play ball next Sunday. But as far as for the offense and everything, the defense have looked great for the last 2 weeks. Granted, they have played, low-ranking offenses. But if we could do the same thing we did these last 2 weeks, the Kirk Cousins, who was the most biggest bust draft pick ever of all time.
You and Trez been talking.
I think we'll be all right. I don't like Kirk Cousins. I don't like anything about Kirk Cousins. I've been dogging Kirk Cousins out since he was at Michigan State. I don't like him. He's overrated. He's trash.
That goes back.
I said it. I should tweet him right now and call him trash. 11 o'clock at night because I don't like him. So I hope they knock his head off. Next Sunday is personal for me. And I don't know why. It's just personal.
No, it should be at 5-5. We don't feel like going 5-6 and let Kirk Cousins, your favorite quarterback, walk out of there talking about, hiya,
Don't you
what's
say
this thing?
that.
You like that?
Don't you say
You like
don't
that?
you-
No, I don't like that. Get out of here.
Don't you call him. Don't you call him my favorite quarterback. I can't stand that buckerhead boy. I swear. We're gonna be all right though, man. You do know we seventh. No, we're not. We're eighth in NFC. We win this game on Sunday.
We move right into that
Teams
spot.
lose. We roll on in, baby.
Yeah.
And we could be one of those dangerous teams that get hot at the right time. So hey,
Yes.
you never know.
And it's possible, too, because you look at the 49ers and now they look like they got the machine working as it should work, you know? Because now you got two solid receivers along with George Kittle. The run game is just ridiculous because Debo joins in on that running attack, and now it's just stupid. When Debo comes around and he gets that ball, he looks the same as he does when he's coming around that corner on that sweep. I was like, damn, Debo, you wouldn't even, wow.
But the pass rush, but the pass rush is coming along. Bosa coming to his own. 10 sacks off an ACL injury. I'm looking at more of the defense, more of the offense, because even though Kyle Shanahan is mentally ill, he'll eventually figure something out.
DeMeco's good. That's his job. He'll get it. And you know what? I want to see more scheming like we did last year. Because remember, Marion, that team personnel-wise was no better this last year than it is this year. So,
True. That's
in fact,
true.
the win is
And
good.
one
There was
more
no
quick-
Nick last year. What am I talking about?
It was. And one more quick thing before I go. I didn't realize this. I didn't see him, but the Inconvenient Truth was in the building yesterday.
What's that? Who's that?
So it was good. Frank Gore. Come on, man. You know. Who the
Oh, yeah,
Inconvenient
that's
Truth
right. I
is?
forgot. I saw him in that booth. Yeah.
Everybody was here. God damn, So it is good, man. But I'm gonna let you go, man. Happy
Yeah,
holidays, and we'll talk Friday.
And looking forward. All
Use
right,
my
fam.
score. Oh, yeah. Hey, when I say we lose, we win. So
I know, right?
I'm thinking losing.
I want you to keep doing that. All right. I see you at the end of the week. Make it bad this time, too. All right. Marion, have a great
8
night,
to
fam.
14 or something.
There you go. All right. And we move down to, man, it's Casey. Come on in, Casey.
Hey, Ronbo, how are you?
Casey doing fine, man. I'm still basking in this glory.
Same here, man. Ronbo, I was so excited when you did your intro. I did the intro with you. Ronbo, that got me lightheaded, man.
It does, doesn't
I'm
it?
starting to think you might be Aquaman.
You got to train a little while to get your oxygen level up. It does take a minute, yeah. Because you don't breathe for that length of time, and it feels good. It's like a rush.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I could be saving a lot of money on my over-the-counter meds. I could just
You
be
know what I'm
doing
saying?
a Niner call 4 times a day.
Do it when you wake up, it'll wake you right up. Unfortunately, it'll wake everybody up in the house, too. And the neighbors might not be amused, but, it's about
No, it
you.
was, Rumbo, I'm doing the Wim Hof breathing method, so I did that Niner call thoroughly with you, and it was fun. But I don't think I can do 10 a show like you're doing here.
But, Casey, when you're excited about the 49ers win, we are going to have a right to. Casey, with that run game looking like good God and complemented by all of a sudden a solid air attack, how much are you expecting going forward? And we'll talk about the Vikings later, but overall, does this team have a 10-7 or potentially 11-5 thing going on here? Wait a minute, is that the right math? 12-5, I'm sorry.
11-6, yeah.
Can you imagine? 11-6.
I really wanted to see them get 37 and keep it to single digits for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I was hoping they'd win 42-6. I was disappointed in Jacksonville. They just they're playing at home. They got no fans. And this
That may be what
27-3,
hurt 'em.
Rumbo.
Yeah, all that red up there
It
probably
would-
pissed them off.
Rumbo, there was 9 minutes left in this game, and Jacksonville got a sack on 3rd and 4, and this guy got up and started celebrating, down 24 with 9 minutes left. Rumbo. I'm just disappointed in the
They got no
Jaguars,
shame.
man. What are they doing there? Stop celebrating, boy! Get your ass back on the sideline, man. What are you doing? Down 24, man. What the hell are you thinking, man?
You know,
God.
they just every little thing is a celebration with them now because they're struggling and they're not going to be a good team until next year. They know that, and so everything is you got to get excited. A sack, yes.
They just had that they just had that Super Bowl last week against the Bills.
God, I still don't believe that. The Bills, New York had a bad week. The Giants, the Jets, and the Bills. My God, New York.
Don't remind me. I had the Giants spread tonight, Ronbo.
Yeah. What's that final score?
Ronbo, don't remind me. They were down 18.
You thought that's going to beat the spread? Casey, I would have told you, don't touch that bet with a 10-foot pole, man. You know that? Giants.
Oh, you know what, man? I thought the Giants on Monday night I thought they'd do better than that, but they're playing in Tampa Bay.
Saquon was playing. It should have been at least a spread. How big was that spread?
It was 11.
Oh, yeah, I might have fell for that too.
I thought that, because the Bucs haven't been playing well.
Yeah, Brady came up with a game today. Mike Evans was out there doing a number, but you got to be careful with the Giants.
Taylor Heineke pissed them off or something.
So, but you know what? I got to tell you though.
I feel good about the Niners right now. So
Good. Because they're going to be tested for consistency in the weeks ahead. Because beating up on the Jaguars, and we already own the Rams, everybody knows that. We're not going to have a problem with them as long as Kyle and Jimmy are both playing. But the Vikings is another story. I don't feel good about that game. But that's good, because when I don't feel good about a game, we do well. It's when I get overly confident and cocky. We've lost every last game, and almost lost that game to the Don Burr's Lions, actually. At the end there, got a little shaky while I was talking trash for the weeks.
I think they kind of woke up. I think they really woke up in that second half against Chicago.
And the Cardinals game.
They've been playing a lot better these last few weeks. And, they need a little bit of help in the run game from Jeff Wilson and whoever else is there, Trey Sermon or Michael Hasty. I'm done watching Trey Sermon.
I know. That's why I say people. I wish he'd do well, but you can't just wish a player to do well. He's not. Yeah. He's okay.
He's just not. Yeah. But Frank Gore's going to be doing a boxing match here soon, Ronbo.
Hey, keeping an eye on his son too. I'm going to watch. Everybody's going to be watching Frank box. I mean, that's going to be a huge audience. That could set a record. So, anyway.
He's been boxing for like the last 15 years, man.
I didn't even know that. Maybe that's why he's in such shape.
Yeah.
Casey, we ran out of time. Okay, I'll see you toward the end of the week, and happy Thanksgiving. Or happy holidays already.
Hey, Ronbo, did you know that the Rams have Von Miller? All right, Ronbo, have a good night now. All right, later.
I like that piece.
And they have OB. All right, have a good night,
Ronbo. One message to the Rams: if they didn't get the memo, stop spending all that money and just play better football. That's what you need to do. Let's see. Ice, baby. Too cold.
What up, dog? Happy holidays to your fam.
I'll tell you, Ice, man, it's just fun enjoying this game, man, with them, and talk about your favorite boy, the father in the offense in general. Looking now like they know what they're doing,
Well, you know what? I'm past the celebration part. Let's get back to work.
Okay.
That's what it is right now.
24 hours, that's right.
It's trying to get back on the grind. And I listen to a lot of callers, and listening to their opinion on 49ers and players and things that matter. I grew up around football. I'm actually from Florida, even though I live in New York. And I got 3 cousins that played in the NFL.
Oh, whoa!
One's currently playing right now. We beat up on was Detroit Lions, Austin Bryant, linebacker.
Okay.
That's my first cousin.
Wow.
Now 2 other cousins.
You ever talk to these guys? You ever talk to them? All these?
Yeah. Well, we go to family reunions every year down in Florida. I talk to them all the time. And my other cousin, I know you remember this cat played with the Vikings, Anthony Carter.
Oh yeah.
That's my
Really?
first. That's my
That's
first
your
cousin.
cousin.
Yeah, I watched him play in high school out of West Palm Beach. He played at Suncoast High School. He's 5 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
He's my brother's age. Him and my brother was in high school together down in Florida, Suncoast High School. I went to Kennedy. Kennedy's right next to Suncoast High School. They both shared the same field. I played football as well.
Right.
And then my other cousin was Dennis. Yeah, then my other cousin was got a school book. My cousin Dennis McKinnon played with the Bears, wide receiver. That's
Dennis
my other cousin.
McKinnon.
He got a ring.
Can't
Yeah, he
remember.
was wide receiver. Dennis McKinnon.
And did he play
He was
back
at
with
Florida
Dennis
State.
McKinnon? What year?
85. He played with the Bears. He got a ring.
That's right.
Yeah,
the only ring the Bears have gotten
was
your
85
family had a
Bears.
connection with. Is that amazing?
Right. So, correct. So I've been around football my whole life. I'm a student of the game. My dad was.
Awesome.
So I looked at our personnel, and the reason why we're being successful is the fact is that we're running the ball, and the offensive lineman that we have is right. Exactly. You got to look at this. What do you think offensive linemen rather pass block or run block?
Wait. What's the question again? Say it again.
Will you rather? You think offensive linemen? You think they rather pass block or run block?
I'd run block. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly. And this is why they're successful. The linemen are doing what they like and what their strength is, which
what
is
they're suited to
basically
do.
run block.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you're able to run block and the linebacker and the linemen love run blocking, you kills one of them. You're gonna be successful because these guys like to run block. They're not scared. They like to enforce their will. So what that does is that protects a lot of players, especially your quarterback. That limits him having to throw the ball. Jimmy's not a gunslinger, so they don't want to put him in that situation where he's got to throw the ball 30 times a game. Majority of the quarterbacks in the NFL throw the ball 30 times a game. From Mahomes to Dak to exactly. And Stafford, those are 36 times a game. You don't want your quarterback. That's why a lot of them get hurt. That's why Lamar Jackson because they got him dropping back, and he's not a gunslinger. You trying to make him pass the ball 30 times a game. Can't do that. Kyle Shanahan is a student of his father, Mike. Mike started protecting Elway. Elway came to the league slinging the ball. But he knew he had to protect him, so he got a run game. Elway became more successful because he lived off the play action. And when you got a guy that's a gunslinger and you got a team that can run the ball, a good quarterback is more dangerous. That's why the Broncos were so good for so many years. He's a student of his father. He coaches just like his dad. Everybody wake up.
He added a few of his own twists.
He added his own few wrinkles to it, but basically he coaches just like his father. You're basically looking at Mike Shanahan of sideline.
But you know why?
I'm
trying to think of the most successful offenses in the NFL. Your gunslinger is getting beat at a big clip. You can name a few. Okay, you've got
not that
Mahomes, and you got Brady, but he still has a premier running back. Aaron Rodgers is probably the standout. But if you got a quarterback that's out there throwing much, I can prepare for him a little easier than I can a balanced attack. You know what I mean? So because like you're saying, with the Shanahan family, they know if you've got to worry about me coming at you with a two-headed monster instead of one, I'm going to kick your ass.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if think of you as a coach. All our callers, think of you as a coach. If you're running the ball 30, 40 times a game, what starts to happen? Time of possession changes.
Wearing the defense out.
That's one.
Yep.
The defense is tired. And the most important thing of all, the defensive game scheme for the other team changes. They have to pull their linebackers closer. And the DBs, everybody's got to come up closer. So what you're doing is you're making them play man versus zone. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you're running the ball, you can't run a zone when you're running the ball. You cannot play zone running the ball. You can't.
Actually, you know what?
You got to go man.
We're going to run out of time, but you bring up something we're probably going to talk about in the next couple of days. What they do in Minnesota is they play some kind of a hybrid zone man. This is what I'm thinking is going to make things a little difficult this weekend, but I don't know. Kyle knows that. So I don't see what he drums up. But yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. The only thing I'm worried about with Minnesota is this is the same Minnesota team we face. The only difference is they don't have Stephon Diggs. Now, we take away Dalvin Cook.
But they got Thielen and
take
Jefferson.
Away Dalvin Cook. This is the most important thing. I'm not worried about the receivers. They'll get their little PCP here and then. Well, we don't let us get beat before we cut loose. We have to take away the run. If we don't take away the run, we're going to have a problem. We're going to have a long day. Two things: take away the run, and we have to keep them off the field. Time of possession, man.
And that's the
we control. We be physical. Take time of possession. We Gucci.
There you go. And
one more thing before we go.
Quick, production's going to cut us off, fam. You got to hurry.
What you got on my 40?
Debo! Yo!
Debo, 19 problems. Yes. I'm out, man.
All right, Ice.
Love you, fam, man. Have a good holiday, man. See you the weekend, brother.
You too. Night, fam. He goes, Ice. Hey,
all right,
Frank.
fam. Love you.
All right. Ice is so cool. You see what I did there? Ice is so cool. Frank!
Ronbo.
Frank, come on in, man. And, you know, I know, Frank, you can celebrate after the fact. Now, we ain't asking you to get excited about the next game, but you got to appreciate that win, Frank. And also, Frank, this is a good question for you because Frank, he just can't, until we get to the Super Bowl and win it, Frank is going to keep on saying, Ronbo, they ain't showed me enough yet, man. I mean, Frank, are you developing any faith in the 49ers offensively now?
Ronbo.
Doesn't sound like Frank. Who is this? Frank, is that you? Sounds like Jay.
This is Jay.
It does sound like Jay.
From the truck drive.
We lost Frank. Okay. Jay, come on in, man. I don't know. Somehow got names wrong. Jay, you are not one who doesn't believe. I don't know what to ask you. Jay, you know what we're talking about tonight. How do you feel about this offense looking like they finally found a way to stop looking terrible?
Oh, yeah. About time, you know what I mean? Kyle just got back down to basics. That's all. You know what I mean? And we're not overusing Debo. We got to use Debo the best way we can. Get that man the ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Debo a football player. That's what he get paid to do.
Jay, you hear what he told Ayuk during that interview, though. I told Kyle, hey, don't get no ideas, okay? Because, you know, Debo says, I don't mind doing that, but I'm still a wide receiver, Kyle. Don't forget. Didn't give me no passing yards last week, you know. But he was killing.
But with Elijah Mitchell out, though, we needed some explosiveness from the running back position.
And, did he provide it. Jay, he provided more than Elijah Mitchell, which was scaring me. I said, damn, Debo could have been doing this a long time ago. But if we go worry about him getting hurt, then, of course, we get concerns. But otherwise, shoot, I think he's safer doing that than he is running wide receiver.
Ronbo, you can get hurt blocking as a wide receiver. You can get hurt any play.
Walking back to the sideline.
Stop thinking that way. Yeah, we got to stop thinking that way. When you're on the football field, when you start thinking about getting hurt, that's when you get hurt. You know what I mean? You can't think about that. We trying to win a Super Bowl. We ain't trying. What we trying to do? Save Debo for next year?
Yeah, ain't nothing to save. That's why I keep telling people about everything we're doing this year. This is to get to the promised land. All right.
That's it. That's every year. It should never be a year. I don't care. You know what I mean? We got a whole bunch of rookies starting. That should be, till we out of the playoff race, that should be the goal every year. Like I said a couple of weeks ago. Remember when I called a couple of weeks ago? And I had that Monday night rant about staying faithful? Yeah. You know what I mean? We still need to stay faithful. I still see people on Twitter, all on the internet talking about, oh, yeah, this is a good game, but I need to see more, and we still might not make the playoffs. We might as well start trade now. Like,
Twitter is if you want to fight, and you're not feeling good about feeling good, go to Twitter. Boy, you could go in there and come out of there mad as hell and be like the people talking about the team ain't got no chance. I take them with a grain of salt now. Those are just that kind of persons. You know, Instagram is a little better.
Even if we end up losing, it's not gonna happen. But I'm just saying, if we lose to the Vikings, still don't come on everybody. Oh yeah, they you know what I mean? Just keep the faith. It's still a long season. We still in the race. You know what I mean? We lose one or two more games. It's not over. Just calm down. Let these boys play, do what they do.
Exactly. Jay, people losing every day. Every weekend you get people. Look at Dak and the Cowboys. They got the ass handed to them, okay? It happens.
Exactly.
There's nothing that can be done about
Exactly. And for the fans, enjoy this. We enjoy this win all the way to next Sunday. Ain't no 24 hours for fans. Yeah.
Jay, you and me on the same book. That's it. You know, I don't watch football to be miserable. I don't. I watch it so for enjoyment, and I keep optimistic because I'm looking forward to the next win. If I'm gonna sit there, oh man, we got no chance. You know, I don't know why I bother to watch. I mean, come on, don't watch. I agree.
For sure. and I see why Trey Sermon and Ambry Thomas don't play that much. You know, maybe next year.
Yeah. See, Sermon. People want him to play so bad. I don't have anything against him, but I got 3 running backs that can do a better job. I need them out there. You know?
I just need Trey Sermon to hit the hole. Just stop
dancing.
Stop trying to find the hole.
Yeah.
Stop trying to find the hole and dance. Just go. Just explode. You know what I mean? That's what Ambry just need. I don't know. He need to. he just lost over there. He ain't never played man coverage a day in his life.
I thought that's what he's supposed to be good at, Jay. That's why they brought him in here.
I did too.
He's supposed to be good at man.
He played bump and run and still get a man 5 yards. I'm like, what are you like?
Maybe a year off just ruined him. He didn't play because of COVID the year before. But if you're a football player, you're a football player. Ambry, what is it? Do you really feel like you want to play or not? Yeah, that's what I get the idea. It might be in his head.
Crazy. That's all right next year. Next year we see what you got, Younger. It's all good. Yeah, and my man Ayuk them out there. You see him 7 for 7, 7 targets, 7 catches.
Boy, he is looking and his route running. It's smooth as silk. I'm gonna start calling him Silky pretty soon. He is smooth, and I knew he could do it. I just didn't know when he was going to start doing it. So yeah, we're looking good.
With him, Debo, and Kittle clicking. Oh man, this offense. Man, just be patient. And I want Trey Lance just like the next man, but let Jimmy do what he do. He is the leader of this offense. You know what I mean? He do things that Trey can't do right now, as far as leading command of the offense from the line of scrimmage. You know what I mean? That's the one thing we don't talk about.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it just yet. If it breaks, fix it quick.
Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. We'll see you, Trey, later.
Yeah, he's coming up. All right, fam. Jay, good to hear from you, Jay. Heard from you. And I don't even see you on Twitter anymore, and probably for the reasons you just stated. Tired of Twitter, man. Coming in there fighting and talking about how bad we are. Come on, man.
That's it. I wanted to say a couple of things, but I just let it work. And, I come in when I need to.
There you go. I'm going to tag you from now on when I'm talking about good stuff. So you can come in and at least join, because I ain't going to talk bad stuff all the time. I'm an optimist. All right, fam.
All
Jay,
right.
Talk to you later, fam. Be easy out there.
I appreciate you have a blessed Thanksgiving and a good week.
You too, Jay. All right, fam.
Bang, bang, not
again. Yes. Be careful out there, Jay. There he goes in that big ring.
Have a blessed night.
You too, fam. Husband Kenny Rogers. I almost called him Kenny Rogers. Kenny Powers.
What up, Ronbo?
I tell you what, Kenny, man, it's like, we've gotten to the point now, we can actually look at this team and take them seriously. When we do things sometimes, you look at them and say, oh, they slid on by. But Kenny, I don't know, man, does it look like that team has got it together, both offensively and defensively, have finally established an identity?
If we keep it up, yeah.
Yeah. If we keep it up.
Have to keep it up against the Vikings. So.
Whew, that's going to be a test. That's going to be the biggest test they got so far. Vikings ain't playing. They're serious.
Yeah. Kirk Cousins, he's going to be slicing and dicing next week.
Mm-hmm. But
run game's got to stay on par. It's got to keep that up. Jimmy G's got to keep on doing what he's doing, not doing too much. Yeah. So, everything's looking good. Everything's in place right now. It looks.
Huh? I'm sorry. Can you say again?
I said everything's looking good right now as it stands. So got to keep it up.
How do you defense that team? I look at the Vikings. I know it's too early to talk about the Vikings. We should be talking about the 49ers' prowess and how they've come along where they have, and some of the maturity that we're seeing in both Debo, especially Debo and Ayuk. And it seems
the Vikings are like 27th against the rush, so we should be pretty good.
See, the Packers didn't have a rush. See, I keep telling people that because they keep already. There's already people out there saying, "Man, we ain't got no chance against Vikings." I don't know, man. The Packers didn't have a rushing game, and
Yeah.
So
We got to get that win before we go up to Seattle and play the Seahawks. So
I know, right? Yeah, Kenny, though, this time I think we're done clowning around the Hawks. They really look like ass right now, and I really think
they do look like ass.
The mystique might be.
They're going to get up for us, though. They're the Niners are coming to town. They're going to get up for that game. So.
I know, right? Jesus. It makes no sense.
The only game of the season they'll get up for.
And we'll bow to it by doing weird things. We'll have turnovers.
It's going to be loud. Seattle's a loud stadium. So.
If they were loud yesterday, and the other team ignored them. I mean, the loud didn't help any. And Pete Carroll got pissed off in the after game. Carroll walked out.
Yeah, it's going downhill.
And he came back and apologized.
Looking good. Nick Bosa got the 2 sacks. Arden Keys came in with the sack. Nice.
Yeah, they're not going to stop.
Brandon Ayuk with the 7 receptions and 85 yards. Ronbo, that was nice. I was happy to see that.
Got nice receptions too. I mean, you could clearly see there was no luck involved. Pretty stuff.
Yeah. Offense was flowing. We got a second home down in Jacksonville. The whole stadium was just red and gold. So that was nice.
All right. Yeah. But Kenny, there's something fun about watching the 49ers take a team apart for 10 and 11 minutes, keeping that defense out there with the tongue.
We needed that.
Up. I mean, I
love
that.
We needed that tune-up game where we could just go and kick ass.
Yeah. It's nice. I wonder how what
Kyle
team
Shanahan looked like a coach finally.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to see.
That conversation with Brandon Ayuk, I think it did something to him. I think Kyle Shanahan here in the Empire, hearing people like me and you talk, I think he got tired of it.
But you know,
Dante Whitner saying that Kyle's job's on the hot seat, that didn't help either. National TV. So.
I think his players don't appreciate it. Who was that said, so you guys can get up off my coach now? He said that during the press conference. Who said that?
I know the face. Can't remember.
Yeah. Was that Debo? No, it's not Debo's style. It might have been.
Was it Debo?
I can't remember.
I remember that, though. They had the quote this morning.
I
can't remember the name. He said the link it to them.
I said, man, you guys, the players.
We got a 53% chance to make it a playoff for the FPI, so that's good. We're ahead of the Saints.
What percentage are we at now? Did you say 53?
53. We're ahead of the Saints, Eagles, Panthers, and Minnesota. So.
And ahead of Minnesota. We're 3.5 favorite against Minnie, too.
Yeah. So, we got a tough road ahead, but it's all good. Yeah. Like every year. Got used to it,
And dominate. And confidence is the whole thing, Kenny. Which 49er do you think on that offensive unit and defensive unit, for that matter, which 49er out there, period, do you think has any questions about where they should be on the pecking order right now as far as the playoffs?
On the team?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a good question.
Josh Norman said it, by the way. He was one who said, you can get up off my coach now. I like Josh Norman interviews. Yeah. He's hilarious.
Yeah. He is.
It's fun. It had George Kittle in the audience today backing him up. Isn't that right, George?
Everything changes when you start to win, Ronbo.
I know.
It's funny how that happens. Everything gets better once you start winning. Keep it up. Got to run that ball. I hope the offensive line can stay healthy, running the ball 40 times a game.
I know, right? Ooh, and Laken Tomlinson I think he hurt his ankle. I don't know how serious it is, but he never misses time.
Yeah, I heard that.
So I want Elijah Mitchell back, though. I like the rest of those guys. I like Debo shooting up there, and they'll probably still use him. But I need Mitchell to really embarrass opposing defensive lines.
Yeah, hopefully get him back.
So, yeah, we'll see. By Wednesday, hopefully they'll say, yes, indeed, it looks like Elijah Mitchell's back on the field. His finger's not hurting. They got him on enough pain medication, but he's fine.
Yeah.
Take it.
Give him a needle or something. Get him out there.
Yeah, God. Kenny, always a great pleasure. We'll see you after the holiday. All right.
Yeah, I'll talk to you Friday, man. Happy
All right,
holidays
fella.
to you and your family.
Thanks, Kenny. And to you and yours.
All right, man.
All right. Have a great
All
night.
right. Bye.
Yeah, thanks, guys. I see it was Josh Norman who said that. See, Josh Norman will say anything. And now we find the man who always has the answer to the question of, what time is it?
Oh, what time is it?
Yeah.
Well, it's time to be somebody's W. It's time to be somebody's MCM today. So I think I am somebody, so I'm gonna let her stay.
Okay,
It's
good.
9 o'clock day.
And Norm,
she sounds so sweet. You know,
and she sounds so cool about it and relaxed. Norman, you are using your cam because we don't have a video on you. We'd love to see.
I'm in motion right now. You feel me? Hold on. Okay. I'm in motion right now. It's kind of illegal to drive in the light. Y'all trying to get me blurred out here.
No. Because I know you. No. You're probably driving and eating at the same time. It reminds me of a friend I used to have. I said, "Do you have a problem with drunk driving?" No, I just grab the steering wheel with my left hand and I hold my glass with my right. I said, "Dude, you're going to jail, okay?" If they asked me to testify, I would tell them what you said.
We just got off work, man. It's Victory Monday. You feel me? I was at work when the game happened, but when the break came on, I watched the drive. It was like the second half of the drive where Kittle scored the touchdown. That's why I was like, "Ooh, this game's over." Because I walked out from the break room, everybody was saying, "What's going to happen? What's going to happen?" And I walked out, I'm like, "Damn, 20-3?" And because I was listening to your radio station. I was listening to your podcast while I'm at work, just sneak on the headphones and shit kept skipping. So by the time I got out to the break room, it was 20-3. I'm like, damn, I didn't hear the first I didn't hear none of that.
No,
so anyway,
it was so much fun. Have you been back to rewatch it yet?
Oh yeah, I watched the highlights. I watched the fight between Jerron Jennings and number 2.
Jerron, that big smile on his face. Slap me again with your tender self. That didn't hurt nobody. What's the matter? Wait, them little spaghetti arms. I would have made him so mad. They had to pull that boy off of me. Because I'm so proud of Jerron. Boy.
It was like the offense was getting into the heads of these defenses, and it's like that's what we need, being able for them to impose. They will be the bullies, the offense of line, the trenches, to be the bullies in the trenches, and that's like with somebody. I heard the caller say earlier that Minnesota's rush defense is 27th ranked in the NFL this year.
I hope so, and I hope that's accurate because nobody got more scared of the Jags than the Vikings as far as rushing. If we can run the ball, and it sounds like we should be able to.
Because the Jaguars, one thing I learned about this whole thing that I was thinking about moving forward is that Jaguars game, they was deep. That was kind of tough. Yeah. It was tough against us, but we out there for 22 plays on offense to the whole quarter.
Did you see the interviews? Even Trent Williams said, "Man, I was tired."
You can't be the toughest defense for an entire 22 play drive. And
they were.
You're weak. And then when your offense goes in 3 and out a couple of times, it's come on, bro. But now Minnesota's offense is a little different though.
Yeah.
They smell a little different. So
Jefferson
might be a shootout. It might be a shootout next week. The Niners got to learn how to survive. They got to take that mentality of learning how to win different type of games. You have to win different type of games. And Minnesota's going to bring a different type of game than we dealt with the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
So when we talk about moving forward, this is the ultimate test, I think, because Minnesota and Niners are right there as far as that in the hunt. They up top. This is the game to see who's up top in the hunt to take that next spot for this playoffs. So Minnesota's hard. They're not coming to be no suckers. They coming out there. They bringing all the heat. They don't care where they going. They gonna come in there. They gonna try to skull drag us. So we can't let them do it.
Got confidence. Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so the Niners got to keep that confidence. They got to keep that energy going with the defense, being able to stop that. That'll be cool. And the way the Niners defense is going, they've only allowed 10 points average for the last 2 games. And so Minnesota, again, is not going, you feel me? But I mean, we can if we can at least hold these dudes to less than 20, it's a chance to get this dub. And that's what the Niners got to focus on, and just score more than 20 points and score more than 20 on offense. And if you use that run game,
because Nick is taking Kirk down. He can't run. I saw him running though early in the season, but he can't outrun Nick.
Oh, Nick is not healthier with Bosa being healthier after he took that knee brace off. Yeah, it's vicious. And just the rest of the defense coming together, like, you know, I guess they had a powwow before the Rams game or somewhere around that era. But it really helped the team like come in and settle in, and just like they got a little coercion going, and if they can keep that same energy going, they can get one. If it's a shootout against Minnesota, they might be able to survive.
Mm-hmm. Although I can't imagine them being in a shootout. I could see a close game. No, you know what? The 49ers, if they're going to continue with that formula, we'll keep your defense out here all damn day. And you'll get the ball every now and then. And by the third quarter, we'll just score at will. Why? Your defense is dragging ass. They're dead meat. We killed them.
But I hear everybody saying hearing everybody say run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. And I was going on that same flow. But yeah, there does need to be a balance. In this offense, because I seen that too on that 22-play drive. You didn't see just run the ball, but it was that run blocking is the reason why this offensive line can really bully, impose their will, and just keep the drive going.
But you set that up just so you can make that pass play. When you guys got Ayuk and Debo, no, you don't just run the ball.
Speaking of which,
but you use those guys.
I'm glad defensive coordinators can finally wipe the Ayuk off their face this year. I was waiting for it, and now that just makes me feel real good. Is that the offense is clicking together? Distribution, not just Debo and Kittle. Distribute that ball. Distribute that ball, man.
Three-headed monster. Norm, get back to your driving and be careful out there. I'm gonna go, and if I don't see you, happy holiday. But I'm looking forward. You gotta get back here this end of this week. All right.
Oh, yeah. Happy holidays to everybody. I hope everybody eats well and be able to make it to this Friday so we can predict what happens when we put on our Nikes, lace up our Nikes to take on these Vikes. You feel me?
Yes. Feel you, too.
And that's all I got to say.
And
it's Niners all day.
Yeah. and good night to your lady, too. We love her style. All right, Norm.
Say thank you, man.
Thank you.
So welcome. Y'all have a nice night. All right.
You too, Ronbo.
Thanks. And I see that Salvador Brambisca says, Josh Norman press conference, leave my coach alone. Yeah, I know, Sal, people just be going after, every time we mess up, go after the coach, fire him, and get rid of that and trade them three dudes right there. A.B. Colts fan.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la.
See, he says he's a Colts fan. The Colts fans don't sing like this. What? Say it again.
You just saw the slider we pulled against the Bills, man.
They kept showing the highlights all during the 49ers game. And I think the Bills are they're missing, I don't know what's going on with them, but I got a feeling they were picked to be Super Bowl contenders. I don't know what Super Bowl they're talking about, because if the Bills don't snap out of that funk, they'll be looking at a high draft pick. I mean, how many more games are they going to lose like that? Because they lost to the Jags. Well, maybe it's just one of those days. But the way you guys just wiped the floor with them, that's not a good sign.
No.
They didn't even compete.
That was just like shocking. Even you, like I'm pretty sure you, like even you were like, yeah, Bills are going to win that game. Because my dad was like, huh?
I didn't know you know what? I didn't call that game. I didn't pay much attention. I know that the Bills are really potent. So when I did see what was going on, I was kind of shocked. And the Bills aren't going to put up any more fight than that? What happened?
I mean, if you want me to explain the game in detail, I'll just give it to you. JT ran all over them.
Oh, see, that's,
They couldn't really stop them. And then Josh Allen just, like, after that one drive with the touchdown, he just didn't really do a lot. Like, it's just like, it looked like the rain, because it did rain. It looked like the rain helped us more than it helped them.
You guys
the
do your
rain
best work in the rain. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, we do really good. For some reason, we do really good. We're indoor stadium. That's weird, man.
You know?
I don't know how we do good.
It's kind of frightening. You know, I got to tell you, though, the thing is, teams with premier running backs that are doing a good job, people always say it's a passing league, but you know what? If you got a quarterback that can get it done with a running back that kicks butt, your chances are 3-1 against that team with just nothing but a gunslinger. It is true.
Yeah, man, and I don't know, but my dad said if we win, it's gonna be close, you know, because I didn't expect no one expects us to blow out the Bills. Like I think that's really rare that you see Bills getting blown out.
They got a great defense. Rumored to be anyway. Yeah.
I found that really crazy, man. And then it was a crazy win for us. You know, we deserved it. I really thought when I saw 24-7, I really thought we were about to lose a lead again, because we always do that.
Not this week.
We do.
No, but you know what?
Not this
your coach is probably looking at Kyle and said, you know what? I'm going to run Taylor a little longer. All we usually do is we take our foot off the gas. But Taylor is ruthless. A dude is just brutal. You guys beat us to pieces with that dude. I mean, Elijah Mitchell was keeping up with him for a while as far as yard for yard. But Taylor is just wicked.
Yeah, and then I would say this, though. You guys need to start. Was Elijah Mitchell in the Jaguars game, or he wasn't?
No. You know what they did? They let Debo take up that slack, all right? Because, you know, Wilson Jr. is just coming back. He's not exactly Wilson Jr. just yet. He probably will be soon. And then, of course, we have Trey Sermon, whom everybody has faith in except for a handful of us. But, you know, Debo came in there to fill that void. Every time they gave the ball to Debo, he looked like he was going straight to the end zone. Elijah Mitchell, he may have did a better job than Elijah Mitchell. Jesus Christ.
Man.
He was crazy
I saw those
out
highlights, man. I saw those highlights, and Debo looked really, really good. I'm not going to lie. Debo looks like he could do everything. You know, O-line, wide receiver, running back, he could do everything on that offense.
You know?
I don't know. Debo's something else, man.
He's that Swiss Army knife that can do everything he does, and he's going to do it well. But Debo told Coach, hey, Coach, don't get no ideas, although, you know what I'm saying? Debo said, I'll fill it out today because Elijah ain't here. But, you know, I want to return my business card. See that? Wide receiver, San Francisco 49ers. That's me, you know? But Debo's, God, he's good. Man. So.
I know. And then also, I don't know if any 49ers fans went for JT on fantasy, but props to you if you did.
JT.
Oh, Jonathan Taylor. Whoever went him on fantasy,
hey, you got to get in line.
Definitely got
on fantasy. Don't you have to get in line for Jonathan Taylor? Now, can everybody just go? Because Jonathan Taylor should be the number one. Now that, what's his name, Derrick Henry's gone, JT.
Yeah,
boy.
He's number one now.
Yeah, easily. Man, didn't he get over 200 yards one game already?
Yeah, I believe so. I think he basically I think this game is the most rushing yards he's gotten all season, if I'm being honest. The Jets, he got a lot, but he didn't get as much as today.
Tell you what, that's why Carson Wentz, and Carson Wentz is doing a lot of goofy things out there. This is why your team is doing so well. Taylor, and then Carson Wentz is just a compliment on that, but man, Taylor's the guy. My God.
Yeah, Taylor's the guy. Carson Wentz it's more like, you know how they say, normally the passing game is normally dominant and the running game is like decent.
Secondary, the complementary
but this time
piece.
It's flipped around.
Yeah.
It's flipped. Now it's like the running game is like freaking dominant and the passing game is like, it's not over the top, our passing game, but it does enough. Yeah. It does enough. That's what it does.
Well, you got the receivers. Everybody's hurt. Hey, but tell you what I'm going to do. Hey, B, I'm gonna see you later on the week. Happy holidays to start. They're already underway. And
thank you, man.
Go out and see the Marvel movies.
To you too, man.
Thanks.
Talk to you later. Happy holidays, bro. And then I think you guys. I'll see you later in the week. Obviously,
right.
We'll talk about the Vikings game. Good, obviously, but I'll talk about that later in the week. But thank you, man. Enjoy the wins. We both blew out teams. So you guys blew out the Jags. So congrats, man.
Here you go.
And have a good Thanksgiving.
Give a shout out to your dad for us, too. We know he's a Niner fan. And you're not fooling me. You're a 49er fan, too. You just don't want to admit it. All right. Talk to you later.
Nah. Oh, my gosh. My dad has been listening to this podcast for a long time.
Good. Hey, Dad. All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye. Bye, Ronbo.
Bye. Let's check in with Emilio. Ow.
What's happening?
Emilio, man, we're sitting here now. We're not having that discussion we had for 4 weeks straight. We can finally talk about something other than an ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? This is fun for 2 weeks in a row, Emilio. That's why I'm really embracing these moments and taking them all in, because you never know when it's going to end.
It could have been 4.
No, I don't know what. That Cardinal game is still inexcusable, but we can't do nothing about that now.
Forget that. I'm gonna say 3 weeks in a row. That was our bye week playing the Cardinals. We won 3 weeks in a row. Forget it. That was our bye week. That game didn't happen.
This is stupid. God. He did it again yesterday, though, Emilio. Cardinals don't need Kyler Murray, actually. And D-Hop, they can both stay out. But D-Hop standing on the sidelines, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I say, go Hawks. If we don't beat the Hawks, this she'll be mad as hell. I ain't lying. I don't care what we do. If you lose to the Hawks one more time, Niners, oh my God, stop that. Oh.
No, we might as well just trade the whole team away.
They don't have Chris Carson. Russell Wilson looks like he forgot how to play. Their defense can be susceptible all over the field. Come on, man. No more losing to the Hawks this year. Oh. But Emil, talk to me about the 49ers, man. The way we look now, is this team ready to roll? Are they prime time looking good? What do you think now? Is this a farce, or is we looking that good?
We look pretty good. I mean, they just, they got to keep playing how they're playing. Like I said, there's different ways we got to beat different teams. We can't, it's good and all we use the hell out of Debo because that's what we're doing. No matter where he's wide receiver, he's blocking, he's running back.
Tebow. God. This is why we can't afford to lose him. It's scary how much he does. Him and George. God.
It's all right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I told you before, it's like it doesn't matter how you use them as long as you're winning. Like I say, you do have other players. It just took them, like I said, the whole doghouse what I used. I don't think he was never on the doghouse. They were just wasn't using him. For some real reason. They were just wasn't using him. Well, like I said, so now they're using him. I might see what it is. If you use him, he can catch the ball. Not like he can't. He didn't prove he can. He was basically a number 1 receiver last year.
And he's shaking defenders, too.
Throwing the ball.
Yep.
So, like I said, just use him. Right? In no way. Like I said, with him and Ayuk, Debo, and George, we got unstoppable receiving core.
That's it.
You got to be using these guys a little more.
And the way they use Debo defensively, it's hard to figure out. If they put him in the backfield, well, now the cornerback's saying, Coach, what do I do? You don't know what to do? Call time. What are you asking me that for?
You know what I do want to see? I want to see Debo and Mitchell and Ayuk all back there and just have some crazy play with all 3 of them back there. See if they can stir up something.
Bunch formation.
Shanahan needs to come up with something like that. Yeah, something crazy with all 3 of them back there. So they all got the speed. They all can run. I want to see something crazy come out of it with all 3 of them back there with Mitchell, Debo, and Ayuk. Do something crazy. But
I can't imagine what they'd be doing. I'd love to see it, though. I wonder if any one of them can throw a pass.
I was gonna say what's his name? Debo, but I don't think Debo can. I'm not sure. I don't know. What was that one play we had? It was a trick play. Somebody said, I can't remember who. But it was a trick play not too long ago.
Well, that's one that we got that big running back took the snap. Threw it back to Jimmy Garoppolo, threw the ball too high, and the play never developed because there was too much time involved. You got to do those kind of plays quickly before the defense can recover, and we didn't do it.
Yeah, they should try to give the ball again to Trent. I want to see him again. I want to get a touchdown. It's too bad he didn't get it. I was hoping he did when he got it. I thought, oh shit! I was like, oh, he he was covered. Even when I seen that, I was like, damn, he's covered. They need to try to do that again. A little
Yeah, I
more
want to see a
trick play.
special teams play, though. I wonder what else Wisnowski, because they're not using all of Wisnowski's talents. Now, we know Wisnowski can play special teams and stop a dude running down the field, and immediately, we know he can kick the ball into the corner and do all these weird things, but I bet he could throw the ball. He almost was a field goal kicker, but he needs to work on that.
Yeah. But, it's my whole thing. I just want to see what we're going to do against the Vikings. I think we can run all over the Vikings all over again.
I think so.
Just like the, I don't see why we couldn't. The defense is not that great. It ain't gonna be no shootout. I don't see why I keep hearing people saying shootout. It ain't gonna be no damn shootout.
And you're right, if they let us run, they're gonna spend all day on the field playing defense just like everybody else. So that's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah. I think we're gonna get bigger runs this game. I think we're gonna get a lot bigger runs. I mean, a lot bigger run game.
Than we did against the Jags? Yeah.
Yeah, we ran the ball up. I'm talking about bigger and longer run plays. We'll get this in this game. So like I said, their defense is not that great. So I don't know. We keep saying they're so good. I'm like, yeah, I've seen them. I'm like, they're not that great.
Especially if Mitchell comes back. Well, let me get you back to work. I'm gonna see you after the holiday. And tell you right now, happy holidays, Emilio.
You're not going to come back Wednesday?
Maybe not. I'm thinking it could be a problem because of the holiday, but definitely be back Friday.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah. Either way, it don't matter.
All right, fam.
All right, you have a good night.
You too, fam. Night, Emilio. And I see. Let me get this right. Damn you, East. Demu East Side GB. KGB. I love to mess with these letters. Fam, I see you up there. He said, Ronbo, nothing but love. Sorry, I got at Shabazz. No, I see that. Shabazz, you excuse, man. You ain't got to apologize. Appreciate you, fam. We look for you dinner. Happy holidays, Shabazz. Thanks for the contribution, too. Oh, there he is. My brother from another mother. On the blue waters of Hawaii. Tony! Hey! Get in here. We haven't talked to you in days. Aloha!
It's been a little bit. How you been?
It's been great. For the last 2 weeks, it's been nothing but good times. So, it's great to be a 49er fan, Tony. It always is, but it takes on an exclamation point in these situations. I really thought they were giving us a lot of trouble, Tony. I got to tell you the truth. I'm always acting as if No, I don't act as if we got it made anymore, but I always have faith that they'll be fine, and I'll be, Jesus, they are. They stop. So what if they can stop the run? We don't care. Tony, what do you think about this offense?
Well, it's been a very unexpected couple of weeks, starting with that Rams game. That kind of came out of nowhere, and the team really found itself. And you asked me what I think about this offense. I'm absolutely fascinated because Kyle Shanahan apparently has Jimmy Garoppolo dialed in. He's playing the best he's played since 2019. Heck, maybe this is 2017 overall. And
I agree.
The thing I keep coming back to is just the creativity in the ways that especially in that Jaguars game without Elijah Mitchell, that he was using Deebo Samuel. And over the last two games, the way he's used Deebo Samuel, and we're seeing positionless football in a way that I don't think is truly innovating NFL offenses. And it took, a 4-game losing streak and the fans to flip on Kyle Shanahan to turn the lights on. But I tell you, it is really, really great to see, and we're getting some complimentary football out of that defense. I mean, Nick Bosa, they're finally calling holds on Nick Bosa.
Yes.
It's great. They stopped committing pass interferences. All in all, this is, I mean, if the team can continue to play as well as they've been playing over the last 2 games, consistency, that's all it's all about. This team can actually make the playoffs, and I am surprised to be able to say that. They play all the teams right now that are ahead of them, and they can really, if they can stay hot, they have a legitimate chance of making a playoff run. And I would not have said this 2 weeks ago because of how bad things were looking, Ronbo. But,
yes.
Yeah, but now looking at that offense, Ronbo, it's different. It is different. You pointed it out. They have 3 pass catchers who are Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, and, of course, George Kittle. That running game, with Deebo Samuel back there making up the difference when we don't have Elijah Mitchell, but it's creative. It is absolutely creative, and it is great to see. And Kyle Shanahan's reputation needed these last 2 weeks because, oh boy, was he ever just looking stagnant and just not very good at his job. And so I couldn't be more excited. And looking ahead to those Minnesota Vikings, my best friend here is a diehard Minnesota Vikings fan, so I've watched pretty much all of the Minnesota Vikings games this season. And the thing that scares me most is Dalvin Cook, because honestly, I think Dalvin Cook is a running back in this league who is on par with that Jonathan Taylor, with Derrick Henry, and that offensive line I think is actually pretty darn good. And the thing I worry about, the way to stop them is clog the running lanes and then hopefully rattle Kirk Cousins, because when Kirk Cousins gets rattled, he doesn't play the same. So
or throws INTs.
If Nick Bosa
he
can have
does.
a big game.
He's one of those guys that throws the ball even under duress. Okay, go ahead, throw it, Kirk.
Exactly. Well, Bosa's been playing great. The other thing is the Vikings. They have a rookie left tackle in there, Darisaw, who's their first-round draft pick, who spent the first half of the season on IR. And if Bosa can exploit that rookie, although Darisaw does look pretty good, if Bosa can play well and really have, he has 10 sacks this season, so he's not in need of a breakout game. But if Bosa can take over that game and just make Kirk Cousins just throw off that point, this could be a big game for us. But the other thing that has me worried is
2 more sacks? Tony, are you talking 12 sacks for Bosa? Oh, ow, 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 ow! God! Oh.
That'd be something. My last thought, Ronbo, and then I don't have to go because I was kind of rambling on. Looking back in 2019, when the Niners beat the Vikings in the playoffs, Kendricks had that interception on Garoppolo in the second quarter, and that is a lot of people call that the turning point in Shanahan's play calling for Garoppolo, because he called something like, I forget, like so few passes after that interception to Kendricks. So if Jimmy G can return to his 2019 form, prove it, and tell Kendricks to go do what to himself, man, I just want to see it. I want to see it this Sunday. It's going to be a fun game. And I'll be waiting. I'm so excited, Ronbo. But
Tony,
thank goodness, finally some good football.
And finally, that's right. But you know what? I got a feeling, just because you mentioned that play, I got a feeling like we see now clearly route runners. Sometimes you got guys that don't run through the routes. I think that may have been one of those occasions. I think Ayuk's going to say, "You want some revenge on Kendrick?" I do. All right, you know what to do. Throw it right at him, and before Kendrick gets ready to pick it off, Ayuk runs past him, picks it off, and goes for another 15. That's what people understand about that game with the 49ers. They think the 49ers only throw in the middle of the field. Yeah, but that's by design, to draw people. Kyle wants a mismatch with linebackers all day if he can get it, with some of the speedier guys. Like running backs, the same thing. So now that they're looking like they're polished, it took 2 years or more, we may see things that we didn't believe were possible. I'm looking forward to this game.
Yep. Very exciting, Ronbo. Well, you have a happy Thanksgiving, sir. It's always good to talk to you.
Happy holidays. Tony, don't make me wait. Tony sends me notes, though, because he knows I'm expecting him and lets me know. I feel like I'm sitting at the principal's office and Tony sends me, or his mom sends a note in. Tony won't be able to come in today because he has a bad cold.
I've been away, Ronbo. My grandma turned 90 and I was in Montana.
Wow,
so
yes!
Not exactly near the internet.
Happy birthday to her. Love it. All right. Well, Tony, happy holidays
Mahalo,
to you.
Ronbo. Take care. Aloha.
Mahalo. All right, fam. Have a great night. There's Tony. All right. Hey, Steven.
What's happening, Ronbo?
Steven, man, I'm sitting back here and enjoying the fact that the 49ers look like they're serious. They look confident. And what they did to the Jags, that was just belligerence. They're out there to make that defense stay out there for 15 and 20 minutes at a time. That's just mean.
Who'd have thought? Who'd have thought the spread would be the exact same, damn near the exact same as the Rams? 31-10 with the Rams, and then go to Jacksonville and it's 30-10.
I don't
They
know
were
what kind
1 point shy, Rambo.
I don't know what
matching that
kind of
same exact game.
computer models are they running. That's uncanny.
Oh, and let's talk about Ufunga smacking the shit out of Trevor Lawrence. Let's talk about how we all were talking down on Josh Norman, and now he leads the league in forced fumbles.
I didn't. Can you remember them all, Stephen? I sat when I heard
that's
that.
the weird part.
I said, "Wait a minute, really? I don't remember all those."
And look at how bad we were talking, bad mouthing literally everybody on the team. I take credit.
Me too. I said some bad things.
They proved me wrong.
Yeah.
I picked apart Fred Warner. I mean, still he hasn't done really much, but I picked apart George Kittle. He performed. Brandon Ayuk finally came out of the darkness. That was great to see.
He's looking confident too, Stephen. That's the great thing.
I'm loving it.
He's whoa. All he needed was his confidence. I think he knows he can slay anybody out there. You can't cover him.
You can't, and you really can't. And it's so wonderful to see how well the 49ers are doing and how well they're playing. Like, they're going to go play the Vikings. We have their safety, I think, what was it, Justin Jefferson?
Mm-hmm.
I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have their safety, so we have an inside man already, but I don't know if that's going to do anything to us. It's nice, though, that Ufunga is doing real well. It's nice that everybody now it looks like they have an identity. Now the machine is working together. Now all the Pistons are going at their pace.
Mm-hmm.
We have a good team going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And in coverage, I tell you what, J-Dub, if they want to go bombing down the field, I got J-Dub back there that's looking awfully good. And Kwaski T is good in coverage. I like Hufunga better down in the box, but Kwaski T in coverage is tough. So you know what? Go ahead, guys. Start bombing. We'll get you.
What?
I'm thinking, Vikings, go ahead. Start bombing.
Yeah, go ahead. Watch what's going to happen. Watch what's going to happen. Everyone's going to be put in a hospital. And then let's talk about how Nick Bosa got his all-career 10 sacks, too, on that game. How many players got their breakout game that day? I have no idea. There's so many.
Hey, Steven, he should have got a couple of more. The refs finally made a call. I mean, I'm looking at the man's elbow, ref. I'm looking at the elbow around Nick's neck. What does that mean to you?
Yeah.
Throw the flag. So, I think they're going to notice
It just felt good. It feels good, Ronbo. It feels real good. Like, to say that this team has a chance to come back would be an understatement.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go into the Vikings week. I'm going to go into the Vikings game with the intention of hoping that they lose for that reverse. What was it?
We got two people doing that, so yes, we want that from our people who do that. Yes. You got to mean it, too.
Hey, put in the chat. We're going to lose. Put in the chat. We're going to lose. We're going to lose by a lot. Please. We need another one.
Hey, Steven, I got to tell you, though, usually when I feel good about us winning a game, we usually don't this year. So I feel like I'm worried about the Vikings for the reasons we just talked about. I don't like dealing with Dalvin Cook. Jefferson and Thielen, it doesn't get any better than that. I just hope that we're up to this task and can be serious about it for 4 quarters, or we will be beaten. So, yeah.
I hope they don't play Embry Thomas because Embry Thomas stuck out like a sore thumb at that Jacksonville game.
What round did we pick him in?
It's sad to say, but goddamn.
We got to review these draft picks. If there was a redraft right now, we need to talk about that 1 week. It's too bad. We should have talked about that during the bye week when it came too early. But there's some players that I want to go back in the draft, put them back, and get somebody else that I wanted at that time to begin with.
Exactly. Like, there's so many. Like, look at this. We have Embry Thomas. He's one of the worst ones. We have Aaron Banks. He's not even playing. We have how many people from this draft that are not playing compared to how many people we did draft that are playing. And if you think about it, we only have one starter. Ufunga is the only one that's a starter.
We went how many rounds?
Oh yeah,
how many picks?
Too. My bad.
No. How many picks we got? We went all those rounds, and we can use one. Well,
Yeah.
Trey
Yeah,
Sermon's. I mean, Trey Lance is another story.
Trey
But
Lance.
the rest of those guys, okay, now Aaron Banks, you're an offensive lineman. It shouldn't take you a whole season, you know. Ambry Thomas, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Oh.
Exactly. And then everyone's saying Trey Sermon is kind of like a one-dimensional running back. I hate to say it, but he kind of is.
Yeah.
If you look at Elijah Mitchell, how many times did we praise Trey Sermon over Elijah Mitchell going into the season?
Preseason, right?
I did.
Everybody did.
Yeah. Everybody did.
But
look at
you
this.
know what?
Elijah Mitchell.
Throw the ball to him out of
Go
the.
ahead.
He caught a pass. I was happy with that. But I need for you to take the ball from the quarterback and hit the hole and go. Stop dancing in the hole. Pick the right one every now and then and go. Okay, it's.
Here's the secret that Elijah Mitchell uses that Trey Sermon needs to know. Run with aggression, run with power. Because even Trent Williams said that he acknowledges Elijah Mitchell as the best running back on that offense right now.
And hits.
He said there's no one that runs harder than Elijah Mitchell.
There you go. Steve, we're going to go. Happy holidays. I'll see you at the end of the
holidays,
week.
Ronbo.
Yes, indeed. When we get ready to talk
sir.
about scores. And I want you to keep that same attitude, or keep that negativity. We need that, even if you don't mean it. All right, Stephen. Have a great evening.
All right, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam.
Good night, man.
Night. And let's get Tony in here from Atlanta, GA, or Tony's Atlanta Falcons, Tony. Tony, come on in, man.
Good evening, Ronbo. How are you?
We're still enjoying. You get 2 wins now in the NFL in a row. You get all excited. So Tony, we're still enjoying that. Tony. But you know what? We both need to feel good about the fact that we're not Giants fans. You know what kind of write-ups are going on? Go ahead.
Ronbo, the Giants got a lot of talent. I know I told you this in
At the beginning of the season, I know.
But
So they changed coaches?
Something else on that. Don't be surprised. I heard that Russell Wilson, the P.D. Carroll era is about to come to an end. P.D.'s going to be gone. And you remember Russell was complaining about being out, and he made a list of teams. Sierra wanted to move to Los Angeles or New York, and Los Angeles is out because they got Justin Herbert and Stafford. But don't be surprised if Russell Wilson will be the next New York Giant quarterback in 2022.
As you speak, I'm reading articles that says, is Daniel Jones' era over? Uh-oh.
That's a lot of talent. The Giants got 5 really good receivers. They got a good defense. They shouldn't be 3-7.
They need a winning mentality in there, too. Jones, how many years has he been there now? I don't think he did something today that I don't believe. That INT he threw to that lineman is hard to explain. Why did you do that? And somebody said, well, maybe he thought he'd get called for intentional grounding. Well, then get called for intentional grounding, but don't throw that ball with nothing but red over there. I don't know.
True.
Yeah. Especially into the line.
Yeah, this is his third year in the league. So
You
he's been in the league know not to make those type of mistakes.
And Saquon Barkley, do you see a garage sale possibly coming up? Tony, Saquon Barkley, I wanted him in the draft because I thought he was one of those dynamic running backs I've seen in a long time. But he's built in a way where he's probably going to miss more time. Some running backs are going to stay. Yeah, he's got a better offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel bad.
But yeah, thanks for. I saw the Jaguar game. Man, they had a lot of penalties. Man, I hope that continues this week because we go out there this week.
You know what? But them boys if you want to run. They are good. They are tough. They got the penalties like you mentioned. We didn't have to be out there 12 minutes like we were unless the Jags helped because the Jags stopped the 49ers. Second series, I think. But they do stupid things. Hopefully they continue to do stupid things for you guys this week.
They're a young football team. They got some like Miles Jack. They got some good young college players. I remember Miles Jack. At UCLA, the linebacker.
I wanted him.
Yeah, they got Tavon Bryant, who played at Florida, the defensive tackle. They got some good young players, but they're just young and inexperienced.
You know, but good sense also. What was number 2's name? Okay, I understand that you're struggling, you're frustrated, but you go see the man being held by the refs and his teammates, and you go slap him. Of course you're going to get ejected from the game, and there's going to be a penalty assessed. Now, why would you wish that on your team? I don't know. That's just foolish football.
Yep. Might be a fine assessed, too.
If not, if I'm the coach, if the NFL doesn't fine you, I am. Okay, I don't understand where you learn that kind of football. We don't play that kind of ball here in Jacksonville. And this is my last time telling you, I'll have you on a bus out of here to the next team that wants to take you up. I'd be so mad, I could see it. What do you do? We're trying to win a game here. We're a team that's struggling, and we need everybody to be on the same page. We don't need contributions from idiots. You can't call them that because then you get sued for slander. But still, God.
Everybody's so into their field nowadays. You got to watch what you say.
Yeah, I know, because you have his phone recording what you said. So I don't know, Tony. This is a scary league this year. I don't know who's going to win.
Who do you guys play this week?
We play the Vikings, so that's going to be a definite contest. My God. Vikings are tough.
Good marquee game, too.
We're hoping to get flexed into Sunday night. Who is playing Sunday night? Do you know, Tony?
Not offhand, no, I do not. Sunday night.
Because you look at
No, I have no idea.
Because you look at that game, Tampa Bay and the Giants. If that was a Sunday night game, that would have got flexed. Don't nobody want to see. I mean, it is Tom Brady though. Maybe not, but I knew they were going to win. You know what I mean? You know that kind of game. Who's going to win? There's no need in playing it on prime time. So
But now everybody's jockeying for position for these playoff spots, and you guys are right in the hunt. Right in the hunt in the thick.
Well, it's looking good. We win this game, and we steal that spot from. I think the Vikings are sitting at the wild card spot. Ooh, we're fighting for the wild card spot. Yeah.
The Aints losing. They got one. They got that second wild card spot. I want them to fall.
Yeah, the Saints. I think they got too many wrong guys getting hurt too. So I tell you what, Tony, we're gonna get rid of Big Mike in our chat. And I'm gonna tell you what, I'm gonna see you at the end of the week. If I don't, happy holidays between now and then, Tony.
Same to you, sir. But I'll see you Friday.
All right, looking forward to that. Have a great night, Tony. Thanks, fam. Night.
All right, take care.
And so, Big Mike, we're leaving now, Mike. You're lucky. So, but you are pretty much banned for life. I don't think production likes you, and I know I don't like you. So we don't spam here. It's not your content. You spam. You put things over and over and over again that 49er fans don't like. It's an instant formula to get your butt canned. Go back to where you came from, Rams fan. Are you a Raider guy? Who else sucks? A Hawks fan? No, there's one Hawks fan I really do like. A Hawks supporter. You must be one of those. I feel your pain, but you suck. If you're a Rams fan, you're soft. If you're a Raider fan, you're just unfortunate. Hey, man, I'll see you this weekend. Just have a wonderful week between now and then. Happy holidays, and thanks for the contributions, fam. A little tomato. Hey, sup? Vikings fan here. Mad respect for the Niners. Gonna be a hell of a game. A little tornado. I'm telling you, man. I got mad respect for you guys too, man. You're right. It's gonna be a game. All right. And we're out of here, fam.